What is up, everybody? It's your boy Doody back again with another video, and this time we're taking a look at our boy DSP's theft. That's right, our boy Phil again for a third time has gotten his gouty hoof caught in the cookie jar. That's right. If you don't know what Doody's talking about, last week I reported out that Kick Support apparently was monitoring Phil for some reason. Don't know why, but they were monitoring Phil and they noticed something very suspicious. They noticed he wasn't checking off multi-streaming when it came to his monetization policy for his stream setup. So every time when you kick off a Kick stream, you need to go in and select the button whether notifying Kick that you're multi-streaming. That way, when they determine your hourly rate for the Kick Partner program, you'll get half of the rate. Half, about 50, you get about 45% essentially. Of the normal rate, right? That's why that's how they can tell how to properly pay someone. Well, last week our boy Phil ended up getting a little nasty gram from Kick Support to say, hey dude, we know you multi-stream. Why isn't your multi-stream checked off? Right? And it's very curious. I mean, how does someone know that? Honestly, how does someone know that unless you're being monitored? And it looks like someone is actually monitoring Phil's setup. This isn't something that shows up when you're streaming. You have to actually go into the setup. You have to actually have some type of admin power. You have to be the streamer, or you have to be Kick Support to be able to access this. So I'm guessing someone is going in to check what Phil's been up to. And lo and behold, that's right, our boy Phil hasn't been checking off the multi-streaming indicator, which tells Kick, hey, I'm streaming this to multiple platforms. Please don't pay me the normal rate, pay me half. And you know, if it would have been a normal streamer, someone other than Phil, you would have said, well, maybe he just forgot. You know, simple error, simple mistake, right? But of course, this is DSP, the man who ended up losing his AdSense because he told his viewers to go click on ads, which is a no-no when it comes to YouTube's terms of service. A man who talked about bits when he wasn't supposed to because that was against terms of service, right? Clearly, just multiple violations throughout the 17-year legacy of Phil. And you would think, all right, Phil did it once, we'll make fun of him, ha ha ha, and he got called out on stream, right? You would think that one time he'd learn his lesson, he'd put a post-it note, he'd do something to remind him that, hey, I need to check this off because, you know, I don't want to be stealing from Kick, because that's essentially what you're doing. It's akin to not going into work, right? And then not indicating it on your time card and getting paid for it and then not notifying anyone. It's akin to that. So Phil is essentially stealing from Kick streams. But I don't know. Like I said, someone is looking at Phil to see, what are you doing here, buddy? Let's make sure you're not scamming anyone. And again, like I said, the first time, fine. You're willing to say, okay, he forgot. It's just a mistake, right? Second time, you're willing to say, you know, okay, I see you forgot again, but, you know, this should be the last time you forget. But a third time? No, that shows a pattern. You know how DSP loves to talk about he can identify patterns? Well, I'm seeing a pattern there. I'm curious how many other times has Phil not checked off the multi-stream on his Kick Partner, the Kick Partner program, to get paid properly? Is it that he's been doing this the whole time and only now Kick found out? It's very weird. So this happened yesterday during the first stream, and let's watch Phil's reaction to getting caught yet again by Kick.
Oh, Kick Support, thank you again, man. I screwed up again, didn't I? Yeah, I did. I keep screwing this up. Kick Support, we're all good. So thank you for reminding me. Dude, I did it again. I'm so happy that Kick Support does that. Thank you, Kick Support. Yeah, I keep screwing up. Every time that you do multi-streaming on Kick, you have to type in a command to enable it, and I keep forgetting. They're doing me a solid, because if I don't enable it, I don't get paid at all. So they're helping me out. Thank you, Kick Support. Appreciate you. I think it's kind of automated, though. But thank you. I can unpin it because I just fixed it.
Right.
Here we go.
Okay, what I want to point out here is, if you notice, Phil didn't click on anything. He didn't have to go to a separate screen to see what he was doing, right? He actually had the screen up, and it's probably the screen, it's probably the creator dashboard, which tells you when you get subs, when you get any donations, and there's probably an indicator right there that Phil has to check off, right? You notice he didn't have to stop the stream for 10 minutes, go into menus, check off some, no. It was right there in his face. So this told me he knew exactly what he was doing. And again, if this would have been someone else, you would say, all right, person forgot, what are you going to do, right? He made a mistake. Second time, okay, he made another mistake. But 3 times, and we're talking Phil here. We're talking DSP, the man who just scams everyone. And again, Phil, why are you doing this? It's pennies, bro. What are you going to get, an extra $1.50, $2? You know, and you're risking the chance of losing your partnership because of this shit. Trust me, I'm pretty sure that someone's going to continuously track you, Phil. Now, someone had highlighted in Twitter yesterday and said, well, maybe it's an automated system where you have to click it off. You have to check it. And if you don't check it, it creates an automated message. No, it's not an automated message, because if you watch Phil when this happens, they pin a message on his stream. As soon as he fixes it, he'll go and tell chat or Dimitri or whoever and say, hey, okay, I fixed it. Can you remove that pin message? And they do. They remove it as soon as they can verify that Phil did it. So to me, it sounds like it's an automated process. I don't fully know, but I'm guessing it is an automated process that as soon as you check it off, like it's not something when you go in to set up a stream, you have to check it, because if you had to check it, it wouldn't allow you to proceed. You know what I mean? Like, I'll give you an example. When I set up a stream on YouTube and I click on, you know, and I click on monetization, it asks me some questions, right? If I don't fill those questions out, I can't stream. So there's a fail safe there where if you don't answer these questions and set it up properly, you can't go on. You know what I mean? You have to answer questions like, is there violence? Is there AI stuff? Whatever. And then based on that, they will determine whether you qualify for ads, you know, for ads. I'm guessing it's the same thing for Kick. So he's purposely going in here and not checking this off, which is interesting. I'm guessing the default is if you don't check this off, we assume that you're not multi-streaming. And if you do check it off, then we assume you're multi-streaming. So you have to self-report. And we know Phil's not great at self-reporting, right? So that was Phil there yesterday on the first stream where he forgot, right? And lo and behold, last night, again, our boy
Ryu in lag. What a fucking puss.
Again, our boy Phil here forgot. Air quotes forgot. So let's watch his explanation for this one.
Ryu in lag. What a fucking puss. Oh, they did? Okay, thank you guys. I once again forgot. I'll do it. I keep forgetting to do it. Thank you. Okay.
Oh, yes.
It's an automated thing. Thank you for tagging me.
Oh, sure, Phil. Sure, Phil. Right. It's automated.
This is pissing me the fuck off. This guy is not good.
Change the subject.
He mashes jab in the leg and gets free combo. He stands there and throws fucking fireballs in.
All right, anyway, he changes the subject. Okay, now, the reason why I wanted to highlight the third time it happened is because you would think if it was an automated system, it would pick it up pretty quickly as soon as you started streaming, right? No, Phil's been streaming so far for over an hour, and all of a sudden after an hour, it notifies or it identifies that Phil's not multi-streaming. No, it's someone physically went in there to take a look at his settings to see what he was doing, and I'm pretty sure, I'm pretty positive it's probably Dimitri. It's probably Dimitri keeping an eye on this scumbag to see if he's cheating the system. I mean, they just recently changed their terms of service, where now if you multi-stream, you still get paid. You still get an hourly wage if you're part of the partner program, but you get half, right? And if you stream exclusively to Kick, there's no issue. You know, you go in and you get the full amount. I'm guessing that they're probably putting people to watch. They have workers looking at how, you know, individuals are setting up their streams. Potentially, probably they know who does multi-streaming. For example, like Hassan, I'm pretty sure he just streams solely on Kick, I think. Not Hassan, I'm sorry. Kino Casino, for example, they stream solely on Kick. So you know, they don't need to check that off because they're not multi-streaming. But someone like Phil, who, you know, brags about multi-streaming, you know he's one that you want to kind of keep an eye on. So I have a feeling someone at Kick is watching this scumbag. And, you know, keep at it, Phil. Keep at it. Way to screw the pooch here, Phil. You know, because you want a couple extra dollars literally a day for streaming, you're willing to risk losing your partnership. Fucking idiot, man. Anyway, folks, if it happens again, Doody will report it out. And the comments were pretty funny on Twitter. And of course, the chat was just what was hilarious. Of course, everyone reported Phil again, which does nothing, but you know, it is what it is. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Peace out.